Hey y'all, hey, it's Sunday and it's time to make some progress towards our weekly savings challenges. And we've got new challenges to start today. So hang out and let's find out how much progress we can make. Hey y'all, happy Sunday. It is actually Sunday for me. I normally film videos much earlier than I am this week, but all I can say is this previous week has been a doozy, and today is the first chance I've had to actually film. So I'm going to be filming our weekend savings challenges, which sometimes go up on Saturday, sometimes go up on Sunday. We'll be filming today and editing and hopefully getting it up just as soon as possible. So hopefully you're seeing this on Sunday, which means I was able to get that done. Um, Also, and we won't be doing that in this video, but in the next two videos, you're going to see that last week I didn't get my Monday or Tuesday videos filmed. So we're going to be doing double the savings in those videos. So what can I say? It's been a rough week. So with that being said, I'm not going to waste too much time because we've got some new challenges to introduce. But before we get into that, let's start out by taking care of our most important business, our emergency fund. So we have our $30 and our challenge here, our O Poop challenge. And at 15 each, that means we're going to be coloring in two again today. So I'm going to grab those and I'm going to color in and just chat with you guys a little bit. I kind of talk to you about why my week has been as crazy as it's been. So it's good stuff, right? I was promoted at work, which was something I've been working towards a long time, and it was a long time coming. But I was promoted into management, so I now have my own team, and there's just a lot to adjust to. The team is great. I love the job. I'm excited to be in the position, but with any big change like that, it tends to, it tends to be a little bit crazy. So, giving myself some grace for last week. I hope you'll be willing to do the same. So, I'm sorry I didn't get Monday and Tuesday up. If I'm totally honest, I absolutely didn't realize I didn't do it. I'm so used to filming them all in advance, I kind of just forgot that I hadn't done it. So it wasn't until today when I came up here to prepare for this week's videos that I realized that the funds I had set aside for minis and tinies were still in the envelope that I hadn't actually filmed the videos. So, oops, my bad. But you'll get to see double this week, which is always fun. Okay, so again, we're putting our normal $30 in here into our emergency fund for December. Look, I didn't even put that in the actual binder. Let's get that snagged in there. All right, and let's pull out what we've got. Let's see what progress we've made. And I might even be able to, yeah, I'm definitely going to be able to condense this down, make it a little bit easier. Okay, so we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 620, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 705. Let me double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 700. All right, so we can take this money here and cash it in for a $100 bill. I'm going to do really quickly. And there we go. We've got 100. So we have now officially broken over 700. Let's say that our December goal will be 750. I bet we can even beat that, but let's go with 750. And as you'll notice, we're getting very close to finishing up our O Poop Challenge, which, by the way, is one that's in my shop. It's a digital download. It comes as a letter size printable, and I've also included some A6 and A5 dashboards for you to print off if you'd like that. So I will link my shop below if you're interested in grabbing this one. But let's talk about we're getting very close. Depending on how much we save over the next few weeks, we're getting very close. I want to share with you what I've decided to do next for emergency fund. So these come from Needed Almost Organized Owl, And I actually purchased 2 as a download, and I put the stickers on myself. This one is saved $225 in 2025, which will probably, if I'm doing my math correctly, take us over the $1,000 goal if we can complete this. So we will start with this. I also have another one that is saved 2025 in 2025, which we will start in January as well. But this one will be deemed especially for emergency fund, whereas I haven't decided what the other one's going to go for. It might be emergency fund as well, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So when we are done with our cute little colorful friends here, we will move on to Nita's challenge to finish out our $1,000 goal for our emergency fund. So just wanted to kind of give you a sneak peek into our plans for that one, but we are getting very close. So we have taken care of that business. I'm going to set that aside. Now let's talk about what we're going to do with our weekend challenges this weekend and the coming week. So I have $150 here this week to put towards whatever we want to do for our weekend challenges. And last week we finished all of our challenges in our red binder. So that was exciting. And it went towards our November allocation and ultimately went straight towards Christmas savings. So gifts and whatnot. So that's not quite spent yet, but it's definitely allocated out. So we're moving on to some new challenges, and I'm going to kind of walk you through what I have planned for that. So we have a couple of things in here, and then you might remember from last week, we also unexpectedly got to start this book here, which was a download that I printed and bound myself. This comes from Rock's Budgets, a very fun book of Christmas challenges, and we got through a couple getting started there. So we will be working on this each week. The book itself saves over $1,000. I'm not sure that we're going to finish this, and in fact, I can promise you we won't finish this in December. The question will be whether we will stop it at the end of December and save it for next year, or whether we will move on into January and just keep doing some Christmas challenges in January. We will see. Whatever floats our boat, right? But we're gonna try to do some of that today. And the other challenges that we have are all games that I found from other creators. This one here, let's see, Wipeout. I need to remember who all these are from. Oh goodness, Wipeout is not listed on here, and I know if I look it up, I can figure it out. So I will put it down below, and then I will write it on here so I'll remember next week. But Wipeout is a fun game that I've been seeing a lot of people play, so I went ahead and purchased that, and so we're gonna play that. Another one is from this is from Mint Dough Co. They have some of the cutest challenges. I've purchased a few from them in the past. But this one is which pie is the winner. It is a dice challenge, so we're going to see who wins first to be the best pie. So that one is one we're going to do. Then we have this one comes from our beautiful budgets, and we should have really played this in November. And I don't have a dashboard for it yet, but we're going to go ahead and I think we'll go ahead and play it. And Run Turkey Run is that one's called. And then another one from Mint Dough Co. Rudolph is Lost. We have a game board here. We can help Rudolph find Santa. And then another from Mint Dough Co. Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer, which is another dice challenge to figure out which reindeer took out Grandma. So that looks fun. And then here for our beautiful budgets, if we decide to play this one, maybe we will hold off on playing the turkey. I didn't want to hold off on showing it to you because I think it's an adorable game. But maybe instead of playing this, since we did miss it for November, we'll save it for next year. But I do have another one of Brandy's games here that we've played, similar to the one we played for Halloween, but that has these cards and a game board. So maybe we'll stick to this one and save Run Turkey Run for next year. So I don't have it allocated out exactly how much we will spend for games and how much we will spend for this, but I would like to start with some games because we haven't done any yet. So we're going to start there. And like I said, we have $150 total to play with this week for these challenges. Whoop, I'm just slinging stuff all over. Turn that right there. All right. So we'll just kind of see how it works out since it's our first time playing. All right, so the rules for Wipeout is that we're going to roll a die to set our starting number. So whatever number we roll will go up here in this circle. And then we're going to continue rolling and we're going to write down each number as we go until all the boxes have been filled. Now, the catch is if you roll your starting number at any time, so let's say this is a 4 and down here we roll a 4, right? You will wipe out all the previous numbers, which depending on what you want your goal to be, right? These numbers can add up very quickly, but if I weren't to get a 4 the whole time, I would have to add all of these up and that's how much I would save. All right. So after we wipe them out, those go away, and then we start again. And any numbers that haven't been wiped out at the bottom will be tallied for what we save at the end. So kind of like Shut the Box, this could end up being this could be a lot. So we're gonna see how it goes, and we're gonna start here. Okay, so let's try it. All right, so our starting number is 3. All right, so we'll write our 3 here, and then we will just roll. All right, we have a 1, a 6, a 4, a 3. Okay, so now we would wipe out everything here. All right, and we're going to roll again. 5, a 3. All right, so another wipe out. 6, and 3. Wow, the game's being nice to us. All right, so a 3. So technically, we would wipe out all of this. So this is a 0. Well, we didn't end up saving anything with that batch. So let's go again. All right, our starting number is 4. And we started with a 4, which is going to wipe out. Okay. 6, 2, 5. Okay. 3. Alrighty. It's going to get us back, isn't it? 6. Yeah, I think it's going to get us back. We have 3 more to go. 2. All right. Whew. Oh, a 4. Whew. Guys, that would have been a lot. That would have been a lot. And a 5. Okay, so now we are going to save 5 for this round of Wipeout. What do you say? Let's go one more time. We may be asking for trouble. Probably. Our starting number is 5. 5. So wiped out. 4. 2. 5. Wipe out. All right. Ooh, 5. Another wipe out. 1. 2. 1. 1. All right. So 1 plus 2 is 3, 4, and 5. So 5 again. So we have a total of 5. Let's put this 5 back and grab a 10. All right. So we did 3 rounds of Wipeout. How fun is this? How fun is this game? I love a dice game. It's so stressful but fun at the same time. All right. So 3 rounds for this week of Wipeout ended us saving $10 total. So we'll call that good. We're not going to ask for trouble there. Let's move on to which pie is the winner. All right, again, this is Mint Dough Co. And what we're going to do is, it says roll 1 die, color and save the amount rolled. Once a row is complete, you've solved which pie was everyone's favorite. I've asked this question before. Tell me down below, what is your favorite type of pie? It looks like we've got cherry, pecan, pumpkin, blueberry, apple, and peach. I'm trying to think. Oh, my grandma makes a chocolate pie and a lemon pie that are amazing. All right, so first up is 3. That's going to be pumpkin. All right, should we do from the bottom up? Yeah, let's do from the bottom up. Pumpkin is definitely one of my favorites. All right, 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, apple also one of my favorites, especially if it's got caramel in it. All right, 1. Let's actually, don't let me get confused here. Let's pull a 5. So this game could get kind of expensive if we are saving the amount of the dice each time. All right, pecan. That's my grandpa's favorite. I like it too, but not my favorite. All right, 1, 2. All right, which makes 5. Put that 5 back and this 5 back and grab a 10. So we've saved $10 so far. Let's do one more. 3. All right, pumpkin's coming up in the lead now. All right. 1, 2, and 3. Let's do one more. 3. All right, pumpkin it is. All right, let's do this. Let's take 2 back and grab a 5. So we will have saved a total of $16 so far towards figuring out which pie is the winner. How fun. I definitely have to say pumpkin's up there for me, so if that one wins, I won't be sad. Okay, so we will skip Run Turkey Run just because I failed to pull it out in November. We'll play it next year. We're going to go on to another Christmas one. This is also Mint Co. Rudolph is Lost. So it says help Rudolph get back to Santa. Roll 1 die and save that amount you land on. All right, so Rudolph is up here. Let's get our little birdie friend. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we've started off by landing on a holly leaf and it says save $6. So we will do that and we will cross off our little holly leaf there. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3, $2. All right. Ooh, those candy canes are $10. All right, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's $1. All right, let's go one more. 3, of course, another holly leaf. 1, 2, 3. So that's another $6 we're gonna owe our game here. And let's see if there's any condensing we can do. Hold on to these ones. And there is. We have 5 ones and a 5, so we can trade this back in for a 10. All right, so we will have saved about $15 towards Rudolph is Lost, and we'll have a little ways to go next week. All right, so thank you, little birdie. Well, let's hold him there in case we need him again, and let's put our money back. All right, now the question on everybody's mind: which reindeer ran over Grandma? Another one from Mint Co. We're going to find out which one of these guys is the perpetrator. All right, so we're going to start by rolling here. 4. So Prancer. It might be Prancer. Prancer, did you do it? Did you run over Grandma? All right, let's see. 3. Oh, it could be Rudolph. Not Rudolph. He's the one in the front. I mean, I guess technically that would mean he would be the most likely, but he's got all that visibility with his nose. Surely he's not the one that ran her over. Just have to see. Go again. 4. Prancer. Prancer again. Is it Prancer? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do one more. And 1. Good old Dasher. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. No one's going to fess up just yet.
All right, let's see how much we have, and then I'm sure we can condense down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we definitely have $10 in ones here. We'll just go ahead and grab another 10. So we saved $12 towards finding out who took out Grandma. All right, so we're moving right along. We're doing really good. And that's all of the games that are in here for now. We're going to turn this back around. And let's go to our last game here in the binder, which is from our beautiful budgets with our beautiful cookies. Another delicious treats. All right. And just like her Halloween game, if you didn't see this, this is a printable, it's a downloadable. I printed out, laminated it, and put the stickers on myself. So we have all of these little cards here, and we start on the board anywhere we want, and we go around the board, and when we land on icons, that's when we pull that card and we can scratch one off, okay? Last time we played, we saved a heck of a lot of money here, but it took us a really long time. Because I didn't cross off the numbers when we landed on them. So I think this time we're going to do it a little different. We're going to start here up at the mistletoe and we're going to go 1, 2, and I will cross off numbers when I get to them. Now, we can't cross off the icons until the cards are done. So we will have icons for a while. All right, 1. So for instance, we're landing here on our tree. We'll find our tree card here, and we can choose which one of these we want to scratch. I'm going to start with the middle one, and it's a 5. All right, so $5 it is. We'll grab that 5 and we'll put the card back up here. We're not done with it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got another icon. It is the gifts. Let's find that card. Here it is. And let's scratch the middle one on this. Ooh, a 7. All right, $7 going in for this one. And again, we won't cross that one off. Let's go one more time. 1 is a 3. So 1, 2, and 3. We'll cross that one off. All right. And let's see, we've got a lot of scratchers to go, and I would like to wrap it up in December, so let's go one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 2. We will cross that off, grab $2. All right, let's see if we can get all the way around the board. Always pushing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 1. And that brings us back to our mistletoe. All right, so let's see what we saved for one row or one round of this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 plus 10. So we've saved a total of 20, and I do, in fact, happen to have a $20 bill here. So we will start out this with a full $20 saved. This game and all of her games like it, I just love them. We always end up saving quite a bit and have fun doing it. So we'll put this back in with the cards and put the $20 back behind. All right. So for this week, we're going to call that good for our green Christmas games. So I will set that aside. And then we are going to get out our last bit of Christmas challenge here, our Christmas savings book from Rock's Budgets. All right, let me get out. Now, last week we did a few on this, which was a roll and save. We did a little bit on our gingerbread delights, and we did a little bit on our Christmas roll and save. So I'm inclined to keep going with these so that we can knock these out. All right, so we have a 1, a 3, a 5. So we're up to 9. Now let's do one more. Let's do this green one here and a 1. Okay, so 8, 9, 10. Well, that works out really nice. Okay, so an even $10 going into the Ultimate Gift Extravaganza, and I have these little envelopes here. Again, guys, this was a printable printables that I then laminated and made into a book, which you have the ability to do that. You could do that with the disc-bound books like my others. I have a binder, so I was able to do that, but I didn't want you to think that's how it came. It is really up to you how you print and store this, okay? All right, so moving on to Gingerbread Delights. We ended here last time, so let's put our little birdie here. Let's see what we got. All right, 1 for $1. And then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, we landed on a gingerbread. Let me see. If we land on a gingerbread, it says move forward 2 spots. 1, 2, which takes us to an 8. So, ouch. All right, $8. Let's go one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 3. 1, 2, and 3. And let's see. One more time. 1, 2 gives us a 6. All right, 5 and 6. All right, little birdie, let's see what we've saved so far for Gingerbread Delights. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 5. So we have a 10. Let's do that one. And then let's take a 5 here and trade in these ones. Okay, so for this week on Gingerbread Delight, we saved a total of $18. And let's see, I didn't do this on the other one, but let's see what we saved last week. And also, it looks like we can condense down. We like to keep these envelopes a little bit thinner because they're just tighter and I don't want them to break. Okay. So far in Gingerbread Delights, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, and 33. $33 so far in Gingerbread Delights. Let's go back and look before we close this out and look and see how much we've saved so far in Ultimate Gift Extravaganza, and it looks like we've saved a total of 20 so far. And we have one more challenge left that we're currently working on, and that's the Christmas roll and save. So we're going to roll 2, and I'm going to mark up here this time because I keep forgetting which one I want to be green and which one to be red. Short-term memory is not awesome. All right, we're going to roll both dice, and it looks like red is a 6 and green is a 4, which brings us right here to this little gingerbread girl at $2. All right, we'll roll again. 5 and 4 brings us down here to the little truck carrying a tree. $5. All right. 6 and 1. $3 snowman. 1, 2, and 3. And 6 and 3 is $1. Penguin. Was that a 3? Or was it a 5? Well, it was a 3 now. All right. 1 and 4 is an adorable little reindeer. 4 and 1. $4 stocking. Let's take a 1 back and grab that 5. 6 and 6 brings us down here to $5 bow. 2 or 1 and 1 we've already done, so let's go again. 6 and 3, $6 Rudolph bauble. All right, 6 and 3 we already did, so let's see if we can go the other way. 6 and 3 we already did. All right. green 5, red 3, $4. Again, I'll take this and grab that last 5. Great, let's see. 6 and 4 is for 2. All right, 1 and 2. And let's do one more. I think we're okay on money. All right, 5 and 4 we already did. 5 and 4, we could do this $6 nutcracker. Let's see what we got left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Getting kind of close, but it looks like we got $6 left, which I don't think there's anything higher than a 6. So we're going to go one more time. 4 and 4 is an angry cat tangled in lights for $1. All right, so now we're down to $5, and let's just cheat a little bit and see if there's any more 6s. Yeah, there are. So there's a chance we could end up with an IOU, and you know what I think about those. They're yucky. So we're going to call that good on this one. And my option here, I could go on to another one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and start coloring in. I could do that and get it all. Yeah. So, question. When it's like this, do we cross them off and color it in when we have both of them? I think that's probably what we would do. So we have $5. We also have our roll the dice challenge. I know it's a little less exciting, but our catch-all that we've been using since the beginning of ever, right here allows us to take this $4 and safely, or $5 and safely deposit it here. And I'm going to stick with that today. Being a little bit boring in that regard, I'm sorry. But I just don't like having IOUs. And I want to make sure we can finish challenges by the end of the month so that we can move on into our January 2025. So we'll put that there in our roll the dice challenge. All right. And I haven't forgot that we need to do something with this. So let's count how much we saved for the Christmas roll and save. Get it organized here. And I'm going to probably condense this out using our prop bills because these envelopes just, I don't want them to get broken. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, and 44. So I can pull $40. 1, 2, 3, 4. And put the rest of this back. And so we will be putting 44 into the Christmas roll and save. Let's see how much we have. We saved 15 last week. So far, we're going to have 20, 40, 50, 55, 56, 7, 8, and 9. So $59 so far of the $120 that this one is going to save us. All right, so we're making some good progress. So we're working on 3, and then once we finish one of the 3, we can start a new one, okay? So I think that way if we do it in that order, and there's a lot of really fun challenges in this book, we can finish a challenge out and go ahead and put that in our Save to Sync folder. But this week, it was expected we didn't finish anything because everything is brand new. We've got a lot of progress to make on all of them. So in our coming weeks, we will see how much we can get done. All right. So that will be it for our savings this weekend. Sunday savings. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, a comment down below. Don't forget to tell me what your favorite type of pie is. I'm always curious. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you along for this incredible journey. Until I see y'all next time, hang in there. Bye.